Alright, sweet guys, welcome to the third round here at TGC. We are going to Saudi Arabia, the Jeddah Corniche circuit. We're only got 10 drivers racing tonight, not as many as last week, but we already know Jeddah is going to be full of chaos. I think it's green light, I'm not sure. Apparently we are not green light just yet, guys. It should make that 11 drivers now. Guga 14, the wash driver himself, has decided to show up about 2 minutes late, but better late than never, I guess. Alright, so you guys, we are here in qualifying. Let's see, will we get a new pole sitter? I think in Monza, I can't remember who it was in Monza. I believe it was Keith, and then in Canada it was Lord Mojave, who is not racing tonight due to a race ban, and he will also serve a quali ban and a 35-second penalty in round 4, which is Austria. Will we get a new pole sitter? Maybe the quali merchant from last season of Guga, or maybe Piastrigo can stick it up on pole, or maybe just Keith will just be boring and do it himself. As first one out on track is Chicken Lord. Hopefully, unlike last week, he did bin it on his first out lap. Hopefully, he doesn't do it again this time around. It is an easy place to make a mistake, especially turn 4. It does catch a lot of drivers out. We may see quite a few crashes there tonight. Hopefully not. Hopefully everyone does make it to the end. No one crashes out, hopefully. So we see Chicken Lord is out on a lap. Apex is also out on a lap. Oscar Piastrigo, and both the Haas's of Sonny Bray and Queasy. We will ride on board with Chicken Lord for this one, for his first lap. I don't know the corner names, there's too many corners, so we're just going to save that turn or this turn. Here at start of Chicken Lord's lap, he is going down the main straight, using a little bit of battery, sticking in hot lap with DRS, through turn 1 and 2, gear 3, all the way through, yes it is, keeps it in hot lap for that whole corner, out of turn 3, down into turn 4, where it will catch a lot of drivers out, but he does not, he has a little bit of a moment on the exit of turn 4, through the S's. Nice and easy, yep, back lifts off a little bit into that one, goes off of it, oh, not the greatest sector 1 for Chicken Lord there. Obviously he does set purple, but I believe, yeah, Apex is going to steal it, but through the long left-hander, a little bit of a snap by the looks of it, out of it, keeps it in hot lap through the whole entire lap so far, hasn't really been changing it, through this little high-speed chicane kind of thing, down the back straight. We'll use a bit of battery down here. Put the DRS has been enabled. Now through this other high-speed chicane, maybe runs a little bit wide, but doesn't invalidate, which is lucky. Again through the DRS, doesn't deploy any battery, just decides to keep it in hot lap for now. There's a yellow sector 3, I believe that is Apex, just backing out of a lap. Uses all the battery towards the end. Is he going to have enough battery for the end? He does end up using all his deploy and crosses the line for a 130.6. I believe the next one to set a lap is Oscar Piastri, getting a bit of a tow from the McLaren of Rainu in front of him. Hopefully Rainu does just get out of the way, hopefully. Yes, he does, right at the last moment. Gives Oscar Piastri the really big tow. Now he's going to use all the battery to the line. And it is going to be a 127.6. What a lap from the V-Carb driver. Second in the championship at the moment for him, wanting to push forward, hopefully at the P1, he hopes, as Queasy goes P2 at the moment with a 28.2. Not far off Piastri, but 8 tenths is actually quite a bit. As Sonny Bray goes P5 with a 141.9, I'm guessing he kind of backed out of that lap. The Sprinter Giggles goes up to P3 with a 128.8. I believe Guga has also decided to start a lap, and Com United is just starting another lap because he did invalidate. Apex is not on a lap, no. Keith is on a lap, the championship leader at the moment. There's yellow flags, I just believe it's Guga. No, it's not, it's Oscar Piastri getting out of people's way. Good on him. And we'll go back on with Keith. Going through this high-speed chicane, going through to one of the back straights with DRS. Deploys a little bit of DRS on the exit there. Just likes to keep it in hot lap for most of it. Through the high-speed chicane Lance Stroll corner, where if you do run a little bit wide or go a bit early, you will do a Lance Stroll. Uses quite a bit of battery down this back straight here. With DRS enabled, he's going to be picking up a lot of speed. He's down to 14% battery. He's going to have about 22-23% down this start finish straight. He's going to deploy all of it right to the end. Is he going to challenge Piastri for pole position at the moment? It is a 128.0. 4 tenths off of pole. That is what a lap from Oscar Piastri to keep. Even Keith, good lap. Rainu sits at 137.7. I believe that may have been a cool-down lap. I think, well, Sonny Bray, I don't know where he's up. Oh, he may have said lap. Guga sits at 128.6. We completely missed it, but washed. Sprinter Giggles is on another lap. I believe he's one of the only ones. And Apex at the moment is on an out lap. Never mind, we'll go right on with JD Juicebox as he is about to cross the line. One of the only drivers at the moment not to see a lap time, him and Com United. It looks like he could be seeing a lap time here. No, you're right, Oscar Piastri. He is not beating the washed allegations. As JD Juicebox goes up to P7 with a 130.2. Yeah, Guga, if you're giving him slipstream, he is washed. Well and truly. Apex goes up to P4 with a 128.6. One of his first good laps for the night. So we're right on with Com United, the last driver to set a lap time currently. That's I believe Rainu. No, he's invalidated. Looks like it wasn't the greatest set of corners there for Com United. Let's see if he can keep it clean through these last little bits. Oh, he hits the wall a bit and runs a bit wide, and he does invalidate. That was really unfortunate from the Red Bull driver there. One of the Ferraris is about to cross the line. Nope, Sprinter Giggles is pitting. Womp womp. Crazy's on an out lap. Sonny's on a cooldown lap. Cooldown. Ooh. Apex has retired from the session. That's a real interesting one. I don't know if that is a crash or something, but I'm not sure. As we'll ride on board with Oscar Piastri go. As he goes through the first set of corners, keeps it in gear 3, uses the overtake out of the corner. But the real tricky zone, he almost hits turn 4. Gonna go through the S's now, really pushing the car to its limits. Doesn't run wide onto death curb. Just good, keeps it nice and flat through here. Good exit. Is it going to be an improvement in sector 1? Yes it is, up by 2 tenths at the moment. What? Okay, I'm glad I'm not racing anymore. Now going down the back straight, just going to keep it in hot lap. It's going to let the DRS gain speed for him. What's that? I don't know if that makes sense. Through the tricky left-hander, comes out of it nice, little pretty clean there. Uses quite a bit of battery through the section. I don't see if he was improving on in a sector 2, so I don't know. It could still be 2 tenths, it could be less or more, who knows. He comes around the final corner. He's going to use all the battery down this back straight with DRS enabled. He's going to run out just before the line. He improves by 3.5 tenths up to a 27.2. Okay. Piastri, just chill out, please. We're trying to make it interesting. Okay. Yeah, we will ride on with Keith, who is in P2 at the moment, but currently leading the drivers, as I said. Let's see if he can get anywhere close to Piastri. It is quite a bit different. As Queasy goes up to P2 with a 27.8. Whoa. Okay. Keith through sector 1 is improving at the moment by 2.5 tenths. That would put him above Queasy at the moment, but nowhere near close to Piastri. You're going to need a real big improvement here, Keith, to improve. As there is a V-carb off, Piastri goes, I don't know what he's doing. Getting out of the way, good on him. We're right back on with Keith. Now, we'll see what he's going, how much he's up by 5 tenths. Through there, and he looks like he runs wide, and he does invalidate. Oh, it was 5 tenths up. And he invalidated. As Rhino puts it up into P4 with a 28.2. Apex, what? Where's Apex? I want to speak to Apex. Well, I don't know if that V-carb of Guga got kind of put off by the McLaren, but he's still washed, so it's fine. We'll ride aboard with Queasy, I believe, is coming back to the pit. There is a Ferrari, a Sprinter. It looks like he is on the lap. He's going to run out of battery right before the line. So he's not really going to improve by the looks of it. JD Juicebox has retired. Uh-oh, that looks like it is at turn 4 as well. Looks like he got affected by turn 4. Ah, JD Juicebox. You never fail to disappoint us. Or surprise us, I don't know. Sonny Bray, I don't know if there was an improvement, but he says P8 currently. So only one driver not to set a lap time, and that is Combinator going through the S's now. He's going to be stuck by a Ferrari. He's going to get a bit of dirty air, and we all know how bad this dirty air is in this game. Already down to 25% battery. That is pretty interesting, to say the least. Well, I believe that is Sprinter Giggles in front of him, giving him either slipstream or dirty air. No idea what is happening. The dirty, it looks like it is affecting him through some of these corners, but he is going to get a nice slipstream through these corners here, through the straight, sorry. Is he going to get out of the way, or is he going to stay? He's going to stay in front, give him more of a slipstream. He is really, Cominati is really a really nice slipstream here from the Ferrari. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but good thing nonetheless. Oscar Fiaschigo has ego retired. This 27-2, he reckons that will do him for the rest of qualifying and put him on pole for the main race. There's a bit of a snap out of the corner there from Comunited. Uses all the DRS down to the final, to the end, and it is P11 at the moment with a 130.6. Not far off Chicken Lord and P10. And JD Juice Box, what happened? I want to get him in the chat. No, he's not on a lap. At the moment, no one else is on a lap, but it is, I believe, the last 3.5 minutes of qualifying here. So a lot of the drivers will start to be going out now to start their last lap of qualifying, see if they can improve even more to get pole, better position in the start. Who knows? At the moment, Chicken Lord is going to be coming around the final corner to start his last lap, I believe. I'm surprised he's made it this far. Last time he was out, he was well and out of qualifying last week. Through turn 1 and turn 2, pretty clean, except that, don't know, hopped the curb there a bit. Looked like put his car off a little bit. Through turn 4, we've already seen one driver crash at turn 4. We don't want another one at the moment. Oh, I had maybe a bit of lag. I'm not sure what that was. Oh, we have a collision on the exit there with the wall. There we can see most of the drivers now coming out of the pits who start their last lap. But as Chicken Lord goes around the final corner, coming down the straight using all the battery, he's going to run out of battery again before the line. And he says a 129.1, improves to P9. JD, mate, what happened? You're going to be starting last of this, right? Was he going to be able to save enough to do another lap, maybe? I believe Ryan is on a lap at the moment. One of the first ones. Using quite a bit of battery down here with DRS enabled. Purple sector 2 apparently, which is, if that is true, it's looking good for him. Down the back straight, uses a little bit of battery, toggling it on and off. I don't know if that's a good thing. Like a, I don't know how to say it, I can't remember. I don't know the word for it. Anyway, coming down the back straight, using all the ERS for his final lap of the night. DRS enabled as well, and he says a 127.8, which puts him P2 currently. There's still quite a few drivers that still need to set a lap time. As Keep is going to start his last lap. Chicken Lord has retired. He will be starting P9, maybe even P10 compared to see. Depends on where Comunited ends up qualifying. As everyone else is starting their laps now. We're right on with Keith as he is the first one to start his last lap of the night. He is looking at this rate for 8 attempts to get pole. through sector 1. Looked pretty clean. Queasy has decided to retire. He will be starting P3 at this rate. 4.5 tenths up for Keith. Can he keep it nice and clean while being quick to challenge Piastrigo for that pole position? As Guga hasn't had enough time to set another lap time, as well as Combinator. So Guga will be starting P6 and Combinator will be starting dead last, which is unfortunate for him. I currently see in our Discord chat that Guga is typing and sending messages. Almost 6 tenths up for Keith. Will he get pole? Using quite a bit of battery here towards the final corner. Goes through the final corner now. Yeah, he's got a good exit coming out of it. Uses all the battery to the line with DRS enabled. Is it going to be enough for pole? No, it isn't. A 27.4. He is 3 tenths off of pole, but will be starting in P2. The 2 championship challengers at the moment will be starting on the front row, unless Sprinter Giggles has something to say about it. Using all the batteries to the line, he sets a 28.4, which he will be starting P5, and I believe Sonny Bray is one of the last ones to set a lap. Nope, he is swerving over the place, so I'm guessing he isn't setting a lap time. So there you go, guys. There is your order for the race. Oscar Piastrigo on pole and Keith joining them on the front row. Rhino surprisingly in P3. He looks like he's getting quite a bit of pace this F1 game, as yeah, he bins it. I don't blame you, Sonny. I don't blame you. But anyway, Oscar Piastrigo on pole, followed by, and with Keith joining them on the front row, the 2 championship protagonists at the moment on the front row. Rhino and Queasy, P3 and 4 respectively in the second row. Sprinter Giggles and Apex, P5 and 6 on the third row. And then Guga and Sonny Bray, 7th and 8th. Guga's no longer a quality merchant, he is washed. Chicken Lord in P9, JD Juicebox in P10, and rounding it all out, Com United in P11. Yeah, we go to the starting grid. 4, 5 red lights here in Jeddah, and lights out and away we go. Oscar Piastrigo obviously keeps the start. Keith Respondic is trying to take. Keith gets the move done already into turn 1. Keith Respondic is taking it. Oh, there is a crash. Oscar Piastrigo has spun it. I don't know if he got touched or anything. Same as Queasy Rest has also been spun. In that moment, Sprinter Giggles also and Rhino also got 3-second penalty. Keith has run away with it at the moment. 1 second in front already. Sprinter Giggles in P2, followed by Rhino P3. Both of them have 3-second penalties. We will now look at their tyres. Everyone is on the mediums at the moment. Well, that could be a one-stop race. Could possibly be a 2. Depends on, I don't know what the tyre weight's like around here, so we'll find out. But anyway, let's go on. We'll ride on board with Sprinter and Rhino, as there is probably going to be a bit of a battle for P2 between these, so we both know these guys love to get their elbows out, and this is shapes up for good entertainment. Piastrigo, unfortunately, all the way down in P10, looking for a move on. He got past the Aston of JD Juicebox. He's now looking for a move on the Red Bull. He really needs to catch up if he wants to keep this championship hopes alive. Combinator runs a bit wide there. Is he gonna capitalize on that. Peshigo trying to go around the outside of the Red Bull, and he does get there eventually. Now onto Chicken Lord is his next victim, per se. We will go up to the front of the field as Rainu looks like he's getting closer and closer to the back of that Ferrari. Is he going to make a move? No, he doesn't. He decides to just sit behind and wait. Sprinter Googles stays in P2, Rainu P3. Guga's falling down a little bit, but still managed to gain some places off start. Not surprised. Apex makes a move into turn 4. What a move! Goes off track a little bit. If that was Liam Lawson, that's a penalty. Or give a place back, I don't know. Sonny Brave down to P6. Oscar Piastri up to P7. Really recovering from it. Oh, the Haas goes off the track a bit. Will he capitalize on that? There is a yellow flag. I don't know what it is for. Not sure what the yellow flag was for. Oh, Chicken Lord all the way down in last at the moment. I don't know if there's a bit of a spin. There is a gap beginning to form between Sonny Bray and Apex. DRS has been broken between those two. Now, so he's top 4 in the Arnold DRS train, led by Sprinter Giggles. Keith is 1.5 seconds in the lead. He's gone. He's checked out of the race. Piastrigo is getting close to the back of their Haas. He's got the DRS enabled. He's going to go around the outside up into P6. He's going to try and push towards the back of Apex and the Alpine and get closer to that front DRS train and fight Keith again. As we head on to lap 3, Apex is the fastest lap at the moment. Unluckily, there's no points, so waste of time. Right on board, back with the front. Rhino's getting closer and closer, but Guga's also getting close to the back of the McLaren. Could we see an overtake from Guga or from Rhino? One of the two. Apex is just sitting back, just chilling at the moment, taking his time. Oscar is really pushing to try and catch up to Apex. Runs a bit wide there, and then most likely will be a warning, but he is in DRS zone. As JD Juicebox has spun it, I believe, all been hit, not sure. Down to P11, unfortunate for him. He was my prediction for a race winner, but unfortunately that ain't gonna happen tonight. Maybe, who knows? It could be a late safety car. As the gap now from Keith to Sprinter is 2 seconds. A Sprinter just playing the team game and holding everyone up, so then Keith can run away. Maybe, or maybe this is just his pace at the moment. We look behind the Ferrari, there is a McLaren all over the back of him. We will ride on board. Will he make a move? No, he decides just to stay behind again for now. It is a long race, there's still 21 laps remaining of this race, so he doesn't have to rush it at all. Oscar Piastrigo is getting closer to the back of the Alpine. Is he going to try and make a move on Apex? No, he doesn't, but Rhino has made a move for P2 going around the outside. Sprinter Giggles just decides just to back off. I think he's under threat from Guga. Oh, a little bit of a moment there from Guga. As Queasy does also pick up a 3-second time penalty. We did miss that, but he did get one for track limits. Riding back on with the front group, Sonny Braze also picked up a 3-second time penalty. Both Haas's pick up them within the same lap. Oh, a bit of contact there from Guga and the wall. I don't think Guga and that wall are good friends, but we'll find out after the race probably. We were right on board with Sprinter. Rhino is dropping him quite a bit. He's out of DRS, but he will have DRS down here to try and catch back up. Rhino is probably pushing, he's on none. As Sprinter Giggles does push to try and catch back up to him, and he's going to be back within DRS with him. He doesn't want to lose Rhino, he wants him to drag him along, hopefully to catch up to Keith. And he is fighting Rhino for a position with those 3-second penalties, which could possibly get removed at the end of the race. Down the straight, Will Sprinter Giggles look for a move? No, he doesn't. Rhino goes defensive, defending in the air for no reason. As Com United, I believe Com United and Chicken Lord are both fighting at the moment. Yes, they are. Com United's going to go down the inside for P8. Get the move done. Sonny Bray. Oh, there's a collision. Sonny Bray, Com United and Chicken Lord all collide. Com United, I think, has come out worse out of all of that. That was really unfortunate. I think Sonny Bray tried to make it 3 wide, but there wasn't enough room. Apex picks up a 3-second time penalty as well. This race has gotten interesting as Pescigo's gotten past. Ooh, voice crack. Pescigo's gotten past Apex up into P5. That gap between Keith and Rhino now is 2.7 seconds. So Keith is really starting to run away with it. And he's got a full tank of battery compared to Rhino. We're right on board with Guga as he's gonna always has a bit of a collision, runs wide a bit, and he's almost got it. He's half spinning everywhere. Oscar Pescigo does get past his teammate. Luckily they don't collide again like in Canada that they did. As they are now out of the DRS of Sprinter Giggles. No, they're not. I think they're back in. Yes, they're back in at the detection line. That was almost a big mistake there from Guga, costing him, could have cost him his race or his teammates' race as Sprinter Giggles goes for a move around the other side of Rhino. Rhino gets the elbows out a bit. Sprinter Giggles cuts the track, overtakes by going off the track. Don't know about that one, Sprinter. As he does keep P2 at the moment, looking like a Ferrari 1 and 2. Which would be helpful in their constructors fight against the V-Carbs, which are down in P4 and 5. But with those penalties of these two, doesn't look likely it could get removed at the end of the race. As Rhino's going to go back down the inside, gets his elbows out a little bit. As Oscar Pescigo's just calmly watching this from behind, is not going to be happy as well because Keith is running away. Apex is he's just chilling there still. We're just chilling. Anything gonna happen at the front? No, they are all just going real close within one another. We're right on board with Sprinter Giggles. Oh, actually, we're right on board with Oscar Pescigo. It looks like he's gonna go for a move around the outside of both of them. Gets past Rhino. He's gonna try and get past Sprinter Giggles. Gonna try on the outside lines. Sprinter covers it off really well and plants his car right in front of him, which is it's good defending from him. Oscar Pescigo is going to try and get past down the DRS straight, trying to go around the outside up into P2. Guga has decided to pit. I don't know if that is damage or is maybe undercut, trying to two-stop, going aggressive, who knows. It is the mediums going on, so it looks like he is going for that two-stop. It's going to be really interesting to see if anyone else reacts, maybe. Now going back up to the front, Pescigo looking to try and close that gap down to Keith. It is 4.2 seconds at the moment. Com United has also jumped into the pit, onto the hard tyres. I don't know if he's going to try and go to the end on those. It's going to be a long 18 laps for him if it is. If he's going to try it. Pescigo still just trying to get away, trying to drop the Ferrari behind, but also trying to catch the Ferrari in front of him. Sprinter Giggles is going to have DRS down here. He's going to try and push everything to stay within the DRS of Pescigo. Guga gets past Sonny Bray. He's really going to help him with the undercut on the front runners. Com United gets a 3-second time penalty. Those hard tyres have not warmed up enough for him yet to start pushing fully. Bit of a lock up there from Pescigo and puts Sprinter Giggles off a little bit by the looks of it. Sprinter is going to dive into the pit lane, go for that undercut, or the same strategy as Guga by the looks of it. Doesn't speed in the pit lane, which is good. We'll go back up to the front. Pescigo 3.9 seconds now to Keith as he's trying to catch up. Has a bit of a snap on the exit there. Is Sprinter Giggles going to come out ahead of Google? No, Google gets out ahead. The undercut, the one lap worked. Sprinter Giggles is going to come out in traffic right behind Sonny Bray. Could have been a little bit of contact there. Didn't really see it. As JD Juicebox has also decided to pit. A bit of a collision there between the Ferrari and the Haas. It's getting a bit feisty. Yeah, a real bit feisty, guys. The Haas is really backing it up. Sprinter Giggles is not going to be happy. He really needs to clear him so he can get through. They're just tapping him to tell him to hurry up, basically. The Haas is moving all over the show. That's not really that good. Not what we want to see. But he does finally get past. And he's going to try and push towards, catch back up to Guga. As JD just put boxes onto the mediums, which he will, that means he probably will be doing 2 soft runs a little bit wide there. Most likely a warning for him. I don't know how many warnings he is on, but he's got to be careful now. Back up to the front, Pietro has been dropped again. He's been dropped even more from Keith. Queasy picks up a 3-second time. I believe that's the second one for the night. As Pietro decides to pit now. As he said, it is a 6 seconds for Queasy at the moment. Rhino has also decided to pit. We'll see it. By the looks of it, Rhino is going onto the hard tyres, maybe trying to go to the end. Oscar Pietro is onto the hards as well. Could be doing that one stop. He's going to get back out in front of him. As Keith is still just commanding this race at the moment. Been a real solid race. Is he going to try and make it 3 from 3 here in TGC? As all the Haas's have double stacked. That is not good from them. Not good team control. Chicken Lord also picks. Guga did pick up a 3-second penalty as well during that. It's built just chaos at the moment. Com United and Chicken Lord having a bit of a battle outside the pit lane. Com United just gives him the position, backs off a bit. We'll ride on with Osprecio as he is closing in on Sprinter Giggles. He really needs to get past him if he wants to, again, do that undercut on Keith. Undercut is powerful in this game because tie wear is so bad. But the overcut could also be powerful towards the end of the race as well. And Sprinter Giggles is going to save battery through here. He's going to go around the outside of Sprinter Giggles up into P4. I don't think Sprinter's going to fight it that much. He knows Pescigo is one of the quickest drivers here, so he's just going to try and use him to catch up to the rest of the field. Stop burning, Sprinter! You're burning your battery! Stop it! Thank you. Good. Save it. As Keith has decided to box as well. He's going to come out behind Guga. There's going to be a bit of a battle between these two. This is for P1 at the moment in this race. Guga doesn't want to give up. But yeah, soon he's gone wide as well. He's going to sit behind Keith at the moment. Everyone, I believe, has boxed except Apex is the only one to box. Yep, Apex is the last one to box. I don't know if he's maybe extending to get that overcut, but who knows. Are your tyres at the moment split between the hards and the mediums. A lot of the medium runners will be doing 2 stops. I don't know about the hard runners. They may try and push it to the end of the race, but we'll see towards the end. As JD Juicebox picks up a 3-second time penalty, I think that's his first one, which is not bad. Guga did have a bit of a collision there with the wall. Keith has just run away once again. Oh, a bit of a collision there for Guga with the wall. Uh-oh, there could be damage for the V car. We don't know. We will try and see. No damage by the looks of it for him. He's got lucky there. Sprinter Giggles is on the back of him. Guga's fallen quite a bit. He's even been overtaken from his teammate and dropped from his teammate. Ospecio does set the fastest lap of the race. Sonny Bray has picked up a 3-second penalty, and Apex has finally decided to pull the car in and pit. He's going to have a bit of a gap to the Haas. He is on the hard tyres. Maybe he is also going to try and go to the end. It is lap 11, so he could do the one stop if he really wanted to. tyres will be dead towards the end of the race, but who knows. Queasy picks up another 3-second time penalty that puts him up to 9 seconds. As Oscar Piastrigo has really been, that undercut has really paid off for him, as he's only 1.8 seconds now behind Keith. This could be a miracle drive from Oscar Piastrigo if he manages to pull off and get the win, pull off this race and get the win. Oh, he picks up a 3-second time penalty, just runs wide, picks up a 3-second time penalty. It's looking more and more in Keith's favour at the moment, unless he can get past Keith and build 3-second gap. There's only now 2 drivers without a 3-second time penalty, which is Keith and Chicken Lord of all people. I'm surprised he hasn't binned it. We'll go back there. Chicken Lord is getting close on the back of the Aston Martin of JD Juicebox. Will he try and make a move into this corner, which would not be a good idea if he did. But we want to see excitement, so make a move. Is he going to try? No, he just stays behind the Aston Martin. He's going to use him for DRS, maybe down the straight. He also has Sonny Bray right behind him. He's going to go around the outside of Aston Martin, gets up into P8. Ryan picks up a 3-second time penalty. Ooh, almost a concertina effect. As JD Juicebox is trying to run it past down the inside, does get DRS. He is going to get PA back. What an overtake that we have seen here on the streets of Jeddah. As we go back to the front now, as Guga is under attack from Sprinter Giggles and Rhino. They're really close behind each other. We're all right on with Rhino to see if anything happens. Sprinter Giggles looks like there is an opportunity to make a move. Is he going to try and take it? No, he just backs out a little bit. Guga looks like he is struggling at the moment. I don't know, he may have a little bit of damage, or the tyres have already worn out, but he's under threat. Rhino's looking to put Sprinter Giggles. No, he just backs out. Good. That's what we like to see. As Sprinter Giggles, is he going to try and make a move? No, he just sits behind him. Oh, a little bit of a tap there. Puts Guga into a wall. That's, I don't know if that unsettled his car a bit. But as he goes around the outside, Guga decides to defend. Then he's going to go around the outside of Guga. Rhino, is he going to try and make a move? He does. A relay move. Oh, luckily, everyone else comes out unscathed. Chicken Lord does pick up a 3-second penalty, so Keith is the only one now to not have a penalty. As Guga's going to get Sprinter Giggles back. Is Rhino going to try and make a move? Yes, he does. He's going to get down the inside of the Ferrari, making a bit of contact there, pushing him wide. That's Sprinter Giggles. Oh, we don't see him. Maybe he spun at Apex, has gone past. If that is a spin, that is not good. As Apex is now up into P5, is he going to try and push to get to the back of Rhino in the McLaren to get that DRS? He is within a second now, so maybe Guga is trying to hold him up. No, not really. Guga does go a bit deep into the corner. Rhino's going to try and go down the inside of him. Gets the position, but I think Guga is going to be fighting back. But it's typical Guga. And decides just to back out a bit. Stays into P4 at the moment. Knows Rhino has 6 seconds worth of penalties. As Apex is all over. Oh, Apex runs a bit wide there. He is all over the back though of Guga. Can he make a move on the V-Carb? As Sprinter Giggles has fallen out of DRS range of Apex, 1.7 seconds back. Yikes. There's quite a bit of a battle back at the back of the field for P8, 9, 10 and 11. As we see Sonny Braid, Chicken Lord, JD Juicebox and Com United all at the back trying to fight for those last few points positions. We will ride on board with Chicken Lord. Maybe we can see. No, Sonny Braid just decides he's not going to make a move. Just stick it in none. Oh, he goes a bit deep. Chicken Lord looks for a move, but he decides to back out at the moment. JD Juicebox is still at the head of the train. Is Sonny Braid going to try and make a move? He is an overtake. Looks at the inside, but switches to the outside, hits the wall in the process. And just decides to behind, goes overtake through the corner, which is interesting move. Not really many drivers do that. Guga's made his way back up into P3. Rhino just sits behind. He's using overtake quite a bit through here. Is he gonna? No, he's just gonna stay back and wait. Good. Apex is also on the back of Rhino. Could we see quite a few overtakes here? Sonny Bray picks up another 3-second time penalty. Both the Haas's now on 9 seconds. Sprinter Giggles has fallen quite a bit back. 12 seconds off. I don't know what has happened. Actually, I believe he has boxed. We will have a look at the tyres. Yes, Sprinter Giggles has boxed onto the hard. Is he going to try that undercut on the front of the front pack? It did work for Pietro, so he might try and do it himself on the rest of the drivers. As there's quite a bit of a battle up the front here between Apex and Rhino. I believe Guga has the side of the pit. Yes, he has. He's seen Sprinter Giggles do that already pit, so he wants to try and cover off that undercut. Goes onto the hardcore man tyres to last till the end of the race. Is he going to come out ahead of Sprinter Giggles? Sprinter Giggles is really pushing down the straight. It's going to be close between the two of them. So we see Guga has just come out ahead, and there's a spin. Oscar Pietro. There's a yellow flag. Oscar Pietro. I don't know if he spun it on exit or not. But that is really bad because Apex now is getting close to him and Keith 11 seconds out in the lead. One of the most dominant victories we could see here with one of mine, 11.5 second win. So we could see another dominant victory here at TGC if Keith keeps it clean and there's no safety cars. Chicken Lawn picks up another 3-second time penalty. Who should we ride on with? There's a bit of a battle back here between Sonny Bray and Chicken Lord. Could we see anything happen between these two? Sprinter Giggles as well as Guga 14, both on that undercut strategy. They don't really want to be fighting each other too much, or else they are going to lose time. Is he going to look at making a move? He is going to try and make a move around the outside. No, he's not. They are fighting each other. Not really what they want. As Rhino has decided to come into the pits for the medium compound tyres. It's like a bit of a slow stop there for the McLaren. Looks like it's going to get overtaken by Sprinter Giggles and Guga as they both go side by side into turn 1. They shouldn't really be fighting if they want to catch up to the front of the pack. Oh, Sprinter runs wide a bit onto Death Curb. Chicken Lord and Sonny Berry have both decided to pit. JD Juicebox, I don't know if he has pitted yet or not. He has. Same as Palm United, so everyone has pitted again except Keith, Oscar Peshigo, and Apex and Quasi, but I think Apex is looking to go into the end. As we see Oscar Peshigo now diving into the pit lane for his last stop of the race, potentially. I believe Quasi is also coming in as well. That means Guga will be P3 when they come across or past them. Unless Sprinter Giggles decides to overtake. Maybe. Or actually maybe not. Oscar Peshigo may come in front. He does. Oscar Peshigo comes out in front on those fresh hard tyres. Keeps P3 as he's going to really try and push now to catch up to Keith. Guga picks up another 3-second time penalty. I think he is starting to struggle. You can see through these corners. I don't know if it is the dirty air that he got a little bit off Pietro or not, but he is really starting to struggle now. He does say he's not looking forward to this race, and you can tell. 3-second time penalty for the Haas's at the exact same time. Putting them both on 12 seconds. Still right on with at the back with the Chicken Lord. Com United has decided to make a move. There is a yellow flag, and it is Sonny Bray. I don't know what he is doing. If it is a potential safety car, then he can get reported. Yeah, it has been noted for him trying to intentionally cause a safety car. As Keith, I believe, in that or that we completely missed it. Keith has boxed and Apex has now taken the lead of this race. Oscar Vecchio still in P3, 7.5 seconds behind Keith. It is not looking likely. He's going to really need a miracle to catch up to Keith and get P, whatever position it will be at the end, because Keith is closing in on Apex. Sprinter Google says the 3-second penalty. Sonny Bray is yellow flagged again. Don't know, I believe that is just letting the front runners by. Yes, it is. Gets out of the way, even though there's ghosting, gets out of the way and doesn't distract them, which is good. It is nice to see. Right, I'm back here with Com United. Him and his fire here with Chicken Lord. Yep, Sonny Bray has decided to pit and retire the car. Unfortunate way to end his race. I'm glad he's not intentionally causing safety car. Crazy Race has decided to keep the fastest lap. It's got the fastest lap of the race, catching up to the back of the train that is led by Guga. Typical Guga fashion, washed. This Keith is really catching up to the back of Apex. 1.7 seconds now to the Alpine. Sonny Bray has left. Bye. He's really catching up to the Alpine. Alpine will be struggling now with the tyre wear. Especially through the corners, is not going to be good. Apparently just coming in, something failed on Sonny Bray's setup, that's why he retired in the pits. So maybe he wasn't causing a safety car intentionally, my bad if you were not, sorry. Yeah, Keith is going to overtake Apex for the lead of the race again. Nah, I thought so, Sonny. Just from my perspective, it looked like you were trying to, but it's all good. Keith is now just running away with the lead once again. It's been a dominant drive for him. We've already seen a couple dominant drives from Keith. One in Canada, well, not really in Canada because it wasn't even in first. The one in Monza as well, just leading the whole race till about the last lap of the race, but still managed to win with penalties on track. Cheers, Sonny. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll hopefully see you next week. As Quasi has overtaken Rainu for P6 in the race. That's not Quasi, that's Quasi. Harsh driver with 12 seconds of penalties, but he only will be losing one position at this rate because JD Juicebox is 26 seconds behind Rainu. The Sprinter Giggles is still staying on the back of Guga. This is a fight for the position as they both have 6 seconds worth of penalties. I know Sprinter will be trying to get rid of his penalty, one of his 3 seconds. at the end of the race. I don't know if it will come off, but we'll see. I mean, Rhino is the same in that regard. Both following each other really nicely. As Apex is balling off a bit, but he's got to hold on for four more laps to try and get P2 finish. Even a podium finish. Has been a good race for him as well. I believe started P6 or 7. Avoided the crash at the start, but now up into P2. It's been a real good race from him. As Osveshigo is 6 seconds behind. I believe is actually gaining on him a little bit per lap. I don't know, he may catch him. He may catch him by the end of the race, but we will see. Yeah, we'll go back to this battle here for P4 between Sprinter Giggles and Guga 14. If they are within it, as Quasi is also looking at making a move, will he get involved in this himself? He has dropped. Rhino has fallen out of the DRS of Quasi. He really needs to run away now if he wants to save some of his positions. He is on the fresh and medium tyres compared to the hard runners in front. JD Juicebox picks up another 3-second time penalty. It's going to put him up to 9 seconds, and at this rate put him P10 at the end of the race. Google 14 picks up another 3-second time penalty. 9 seconds worth of penalties now. He is not beating the wash allegations. Oh, let's go 3 wide into the final corner. Guga accidentally sends it on Sprinter, trying to defend from Quasi, but it works out in the end because he's going to get back up into P4. Quasi's also going to get past Sprinter Giggles. Sprinter Giggles, no, he's just got to keep it calm because they do have more penalties than him, so he will finish ahead of them in the race. We'll go back to the back of the field here. Chicken Lord all over the back of JD Juicebox. Is he going to make a move down the back straight? Down the main straight, sorry. Yes, he is. Up into P8. Not really battle for position. Chicken Lord does have more penalties, but that could change. It is a McLaren has spun it. He's got no wing. Ryan who has spun it into the wall all by himself by the looks of it. No, he's now got no wing. That's not a good end to the race that he would have wanted. Strong qualifying from him. He would have secured himself some decent points in this race. Rhino, I don't know if you know, but your overtake is still on. And you got no battery. Okay, there you go, now he knows. And we're going back to these 3 up the front. Sprinter Giggles, Quasi. Is he looking at a move? No, sticks it in none. And same as Sprinter Giggles, doesn't really stick in a none, but just stays behind. Again, he knows it's not really his fight, and he just needs to stay behind. Get P4 at this rate, which would be a really good finish for him, his highest at the moment this season. Sorry, we completely missed it. Quasi is trying to send it around the outside. Bit of a collision there between him. 3 seconds picked up for Quasi. I believe giving the position back, I'm not sure. Just don't know if Guga's going to be to run. Oh, bit of a collision there between the two of them once again. His handbag being thrown here. So they're probably going to get out of the car, both going to get out of the car soon and just fight each other. But watch out with Sprinters, he's just going to stay behind these two battling each other. There's a bit of a tap there between the two of them. Guga gets past. Is Sprinter going to get past? No, he doesn't. He just stays behind once again. This is interesting here, folks. If anyone's actually watching that isn't racing, predictions on who's going to win between these guys across the line without penalties. Oh, Creemus the sprint. Quasi has been spun around. I don't know if this is collision from Google. I did hear a bit of a collision sound. I don't know if that is off of him, but he has been spun around and is left stranded. That's not what we like to see. How do I make poles? I'm new to this, guys. Combinator picks up another 3-second time penalty in the background. Right on board with Sprinter. This battle is getting interesting as there's going to be another battle up the front for P2 in the race between Apex and Oscar Piastrigo. As you can see, a ticket has already been made, I believe, for... Yep, Sonny Bray has already made a ticket. I don't know what for. Yeah, we'll go back to these two. The penultimate lap of the race between them. It's going to be a bit of a battle for P2. It'll be a good finish for Apex, only his second race in the league. But also, Piastrigo will need this position for his championship battle with Keith, who is just running away with it. And he backs off, and they play a bit of DRS chicken here between the two of them. Anyway, going on to the final lap, Oscar Piastrigo now gets in front of Apex. Apex is just sitting behind MP3. Hopefully, he probably wants to stay in within DRS of him to make a move. Oh, a bit of a snap on the exits there. Rear end stepping out all over the place. He's going to keep it nice and clean, keep within that 1 second. His tyres are not going to be liking him now. But the strategy has paid off as he will most likely get a podium at the end of this race. The right and ball with Sprinter Giggles between these two. It's going to be an interesting battle with Sprinter Giggles going to just sit behind and get that P4. Whereas he wanted to get P4 on track as well. Oh, Giggles runs off onto the curb. Runs off the track and he is spun. Google 14 has spun and he's reversing down the track. Not a good way to end his race here. He is washed after all, so we gotta play that into account. Sprinter Giggles looks like he is gonna come home in P4. Been a good race for him, good race for Apex as well. We're all right on board with Keith. Is he gonna come around the final corner? He's swerving, don't get too cocky now, mate. Is he going to come across the line to get his third win of the season? 3 from 3. Keith has done it once again here on the streets in Jeddah. Oscar Piastrigo with a good recovery up to P2. Apex, what a result for him. Up in P3 on the podium. Sprinter Giggles is going to come around the final corner. Put the foot down. He's going to come home in P4. Another good result for him. He's going to be happy with that one. Quasi's going to come home P5, I believe, with Guga coming home P6. Apex had 80% tyres at the end of that race. The tyres were not liking him. Ryan comes home in P7. Chicken Law looks like he's going to come home in P8 as well. We'll wait for him to cross the line for confirmation. Yeah, it comes on P8, JD Juicebox picks up some of his first points of the season, P9, as well as Com United in P10. Comes across the line for all the finishes, and Sonny Bray unfortunately retired from the race. What a race here in Jeddah. We may have a few interviews with some of the PlayStation drivers only. Sorry, Keith, I know you want an interview, but it looks like it won't happen, unfortunately. Guga really wants an interview. We'll see. Maybe. I'm gonna try and get quite a few of the PlayStation drivers in here. We're probably gonna get JD Juicebox if he wants to come in, Com United, as well as Guga will get you in as well, because I know you want to do an interview. Alright, what a race we had here. We had quite a lot of ups, quite a lot of downs. Piastri goes spinning it at the start, but coming home in P2. Keith got P1 and Apex P3. We have 3 drivers here. We have Guga, we have JD Juicebox, and we have Com United. All of them are on mute, so no one's speaking. Who should we go to first, guys? I want to start off with my favorite, JD Juicebox.
Yes.
How are you, bud? How are you?
I'm doing all right. I finished P9. Pretty mid race.
Yeah, but where'd you qualify again?
10th. But I had 1 lap and I still beat Anthony. I still beat Com United.
Anyway, good. Yeah, not really a good qualifier from you, but from your standards.
Yeah,
No
I don't
offense.
play this game often.
Finished P9, getting your first points of the season. How does it feel to finally get some points?
Well, it's my first race of the season, I'm pretty sure.
Didn't you race the
is
first
it?
race? I thought you raced the first race.
I didn't finish
And
that race, I don't think.
oh well, at least you got your first points now.
Yeah. First points. I'm happy with that.
At the start, from your perspective, what
Should be
that
toilet.
that the little spin around at the start. What did you think of? Were you involved in it at all? Or?
I saw a little bit of it. I saw a lot of ghosting. I wasn't really involved in it.
Nice. Keep yourself clean the whole race. Didn't get into many. Didn't get any
I
many
know, we all know.
collisions. Didn't get any many collisions during the race as well, from what I saw. But hey, at least you kept it out of the wall, unlike a couple people. But at least you kept it out of the wall and you kept it clean. P9,
Yeah.
good finish for you. Anything else before
Yeah,
before you go?
Honestly, I have to say one thing to a very special viewer, right?
Oh God.
If who's watching? Let me just
Come on, spit it out.
that random viewer, I have one thing to say.
Okay, that's all we have time for JD Juicebox. We will now move on to Com United. Started last, finished last out of the runners. Got points though, P10. How was the race for you?
Well, to describe it, it was a bit of a shocker. Saudi's not really a track. Shut up, Ross. Here we go. Shut up. The race was a bit, sure.
Just ignore him. We'll be fine. We'll get him back in later on after we've done your interview. Anyway, the race from your point of view, how was it?
It was a bit of, Saudi's a track where I have a hate relationship with. It's just not my driving style. It's very high fire where the way that I drive it ruins my tires, and the qualifying just did not help whatsoever. I'm happy that Saudi's done, and I can happily move on to Austria, where it's more of my driving style.
Yeah, we saw during the race as well. Bit of a battle between you. Was it one of the Haas's of Sunny Bray, I believe, and Chicken Lord. Bit of a collision there, and going into turn 1 between all 3 of yous. And I think you came off the worst. What was your point of view on that?
Well, I feel, from my perspective, and I could be wrong, it was just so very in that I didn't really, him going for the gap, I didn't feel like that he was it, but I'm not going to report it. It's just a racing incident. It was just going hard into turn one, and then I feel like it was just a racing incident, so I'm not going to really worry about it.
Nice. Now going on to next race in Austria. How are you looking forward to it at all? You reckon you're going to get a good position there?
Yeah, Austria, obviously last season, Austria could have won both the sprint and the race last season. So even though it's now his performance is no longer realistic, I hope that Austria is more of a track where it's one more my driving style and two, it's actually going to be tire where it's not going to die winning.
Yeah, well, we will see you there. I'm not going to be there, so I don't know if there will be a stream, but good luck for that race.
Thank you so much, mate.
All right, well, one more interview. We will get Guga back in here now. Hopefully that he's cooled down a bit. Guga, you gonna join or not? Alright, he has joined. Guga, starting P7 on the grid, finishing, what was it, P7? Oh my god, turn down the thing.
Oh yeah, my bad too. Yeah.
Yeah, starting P7 into P7. But well, yeah, what was your point of view on your race?
Well, in qualifying, I had an absolute masterclass like always. Got one lap in, got held up on my out lap because Karubi was on ERS for some reason, but he came out of the pits as well. So that kind of held me up to the line. I didn't get to settle the lap. The race starts. Crazy, absolutely I don't even remember what happens, but I get into fourth.
Yeah, it was fourth.
Past Sprinter because I'm an absolute demon. Undercut Rhino by a long shot. Nearly overtake Keith, but I let him by because it's not my race. Box again as they start catching up. Get wing damage. Race for the rest of the race while almost killing Sprinter a gazillion times.
Yeah, we saw that.
And then ride the curb on the final lap. Go off. Try to avoid but still hit him. Spin. Reverse down the straight. Then hit a 360 into the corner. Stay ahead of Rhino. All of this, by the way, with rear wing damage on the final lap.
Yep.
And then, yeah. That's what I call an absolute great race.
Yeah, I didn't really get to see much of that crash between you and Sprinter, I believe, but
we didn't see right at the final corner with Quasi.
Yeah, and I did watch that one. That one was clean. But between you and Sprinter, you end up splitting that. What happened? Did you just lose the rear end, or did a bit of contact?
Okay, so straight services curves, right? You know that big chunky curve that if you touch,
yep,
you kind of just start riding. Yep. Yeah, that. I keep turning right, doesn't work. I go straight, go right, try turning left, but my car doesn't turn because front wing damage, 70% wear tires. Not a good combo if you're trying to avoid a car. Hit into him, spin, reverse down the track, 360, get rear wing damage.
I mean, you're talking about your 70% tires. Apex has 80% tires in the race, and he still managed to get P3. So what's your excuse?
Front wing damage. Do you know how hard it is to drive Jeddah with front wing damage while being in dirty air most of the race? It's actually near impossible.
But going on to next race, Austria. Are you confident for it or not?
With how my season's going, definitely not. Not at all. Yeah.
I know there's a question I know quite a few people would want to know the answer to. Are we going to see you on the top step of the podium soon?
If it's a full red
Oh god, here we go.
Race, and everyone else is given red wing damage.
Guys, you've heard it here first. Guga is now no longer a quali merchant. He is a wet weather merchant. He only perform.
I'm just bad everywhere.
Alright, well, good race from you tonight, and we'll see you in Austria. Well, I won't, but...
Doodles.
Alright, everybody, that is the end of the stream and all the interviews done. Unfortunately, there probably won't be a live stream next week. There will be Austria. Well, there may be one, but probably most likely not, as both me and Kalki are away with other stuff. So we will see you guys in round 5 most likely.